Teen Beat magazine. Raise your hand if you read it. Raise your hand if you drooled over it. We're going back to 1980 to see who the pinups were of that year according to Teen Beat. I want to see, who was it? Who was it?
Geeky Classic Rock.
Hey guys, my name is Kiki, and if you are new to my channel, welcome. What I like to do is talk about anything and everything classic rock, pop, nostalgia, and I just like going back because it's fun. It was a good time back then. So if you like that type of thing, please consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the like button and the notification ding dong bell that lets you know every single time I upload a new video. And doing all of those things just works and helps me to keep my channel going and growing. I usually totally prepare for my videos, but today I'm not, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through Teen Beat's 1980 yearbook datebook calendar magazine. I'm not kidding. That is the name of this magazine. It's a long title. And my friend Michelle, my best friend Michelle, said, you know what? I have this magazine that I found and I was going to throw it out. I'm like, wait a minute. Do not throw that magazine out. I need that magazine. But my question is, I don't know what happened to the cover. It's gone. So maybe someone fun was on the cover and that ended up on the wall of her room. I'm not sure. I'll ask, but I guarantee she doesn't remember what happened to the cover of this magazine. So let's dive in, kids. So this is from 1980. It's a whole calendar, like this is a calendar magazine. But I thought it would be fun to just see who the pinups were from 1980, who Teen Beat thought the pinups should be. And this was pinned. Oh, look at that. This was pinned up because look, there's a pinhole right there. So it was pinned on Michelle and her sister Paula's wall. So the very first pinup calendar is Paul Stanley. Like, can you see? I'm gonna show you guys these as we go. So he was January of 1980, Paul Stanley. Can you even see that? I hope so. So January of 1980, and this is what they say about Paul. Hard work and ambition characterize the typical Capricorn personality. And with the background Paul Stanley has, you can see that he had continued on page 6. So let's go to page 6 here. Oh, Paulie. Oh, Paul. He is like, what a cutie pie. And he's like, guys, does he not look the same? Paul looks the same. So let's finish that sentence there. Okay. So Paul Stanley has, yes, you can see that he had to have those traits to get where he is today. For you see, there was a time when he was growing up in Queens when Paul, then called Stanley Eisen, was not the oh so kissable, and they have kiss capitalized, superstar he is now, who saw himself as the class clown and let his love of science fiction have free reign on his personality. So Paul Stanley, science fiction, free reign. Like those are, I'm eating my hair. Those are great Paul Stanley traits, don't you think? Oh yeah. All right, so we're gonna move on because we got 12 months, we got 11 more months to go. Oh, hi. Can you remember Robbie Benson? Robbie Benson, kids. I'm really severely hoping you can see this cutie face. Oh boy. Robbie Benson. I loved Robbie Benson. I loved him. Where is he today? That's a good question. Oh, and we have things written on the calendar. I'm not going to go over all the things, but it's kind of fun how St. Joseph Day, big here in Rhode Island, Zaphalas and all kinds of things. That's written down. And this was Michelle's sister's calendar, and all right, wait a minute. Maybe this was Michelle's because they wrote down Paula's birthday, so that's kind of cute. Oh, wait a minute now. Hold on a minute. Hold the phone. January and March. Okay. All right, kids. We're missing February. So there's no February, so I'm only going to have 10 more months to go. 9 after this. All right, so Robbie Benson. Let's talk about Robbie Benson. So the Pisces personality is at once sensitive and highly emotional. That's targeted. Despite the sort of rough street, what is happening here? So wait a minute, they're talking about Estrada. So why are they talking about Estrada? So What happened? So Robbie Benson must have been February, and Eric Estrada is March. Continued on page. All right, so I apologize. So obviously, they stole all of the information on Robbie Benson. That is completely gone from this Teen Beat magazine. We're moving on to Eric Estrada. So Eric Estrada was March of 1980. I apologize, so let's talk about Eric Estrada. This is raw, kids, okay? The Pisces personality, Eric Estrada, is at once sensitive and highly emotional. I already said that, but that is Eric Estrada. Despite the sort of rough street characters Eric Estrada has played in, continued on page 12. Oh God, that's small print. His climb to the top and the fact that he plays a super muscular highway patrolman in Chips. Who watched Chips? I loved Chips. I'm sorry, Larry, but I watched it for Eric. I really did. He's an extremely emotional person. Eric Estrada is a boy. Don't you love how did they hype these people up? That's why we were so crazy, I think, back then. We were so teen mobbish. I was crazy. Anyway, while he's named his two dogs, he named his two dogs. One was Don't Cry and the other was Killer. You gave your dog two, words as a name. Don't cry. Come here, Don't Cry. Don't cry. Are you hungry? Don't cry. Sit on my lap. Eric is the first to admit that there have been many times in his life when he's broken down and cried. That's hot. Don't you think? That is really hot. But he's proud of his emotional nature. I taste it. I feel it. I cry. I could just keep reading about Eric. I really could. So I wanted to read it to you before I showed you this picture, this basketball photo of Eric. Again, I hope you guys can see this. This is this is a raw video here. So basketball, cutie. All right, and can you see Eric with his dog? So I don't know if that's Killer or Don't Cry. I don't know. I'm not sure. And then there's Eric who's that with? I don't know. It doesn't say who that's with. Eric dancing. I don't know. And these, hopefully you can see them. So we're going to move on to, help me. So, all right, remember now, Eric. All right, so here's Eric's information for March. And Robbie Benson was supposed to be February. So I just read about Eric. Now, why is Robbie after Eric? So here's all of Robbie's information. Okay, now where's Eric? So there's no picture of Eric. So obviously Eric was on Michelle and Paula's wall. So one of them had Eric Estrada up, and you know what? Good choice. But why wouldn't you pick Paul or Robbie? I know that they weren't Paul or Robbie type of girls. They were Eric type of girls. So let's read a little bit about Robbie, even though I don't have his information that was on February, because someone took that because Eric was on the other side. So Robbie, Aquarians, so he's an Aquarian, Aquarians tend to be independent and individualistic to the extreme. One friend of Robbie's explained his personality this way. I knew him since he was 11, and he's always been a little apart from the others his age. What are they trying to say? I think he had to learn early how to take care of himself. I mean, his family's great, but they stress self-reliance. So at 11, maybe he was living on his own. I have no idea. So let's see if there's any other juicy tidbit here. Oh, wait, let's just read a little bit of this. Because Aquarians are usually very sensitive, they sometimes find themselves a little on the shy side, and Robbie's no exception. He was so cute. I used to be kind of shy with girls before, and I still am. Oh, wait, this is what Robbie did I go up to a girl I like and talk to her. That's not difficult anymore, but asking her for a date is something else. I don't know. They put I don't know. I-D-U-N-N-O. I don't know. You'd think it would be easy, but when I really like a girl, even though I'm a movie star, I get all tongue-tied. Woo! Robbie Benson got tongue-tied. I wonder if he's still tongue-tied. I don't know, but here's some pictures of Robbie. Here's some Robbie Teen Beat photos. Love that. So now I have to go ahead. Oh my gosh. Who watched Saturday Night Fever over and over and over again? That would be me. And when I watch it today, I still have to watch it a couple of times. I don't know why, but this woman was in Saturday Night Fever, and is she April? Because I don't want to get confused. Well, she's really April, because they messed up Robbie and Eric in that issue. Donna Pescow. there she is. You remember her. She was that girl in Saturday Night Fever that just wanted John Travolta so dang bad. Like her hair, it was her hairstyle, I think. That's why he just didn't go for her. But anyway, we'll move on. We got some birthdays written down on the calendar, which is good because that's what a calendar was actually used for. I can't do it on my phone. But anyway, let's talk about Donna for a second. Because those born under the sign of the Ram are idealists, they usually have great dreams for the future. And Donna Pescow, in that respect, is continued on page 20. Oh my gosh, and then we go to May, so we gotta go over here. True Aries. She started dreaming about a life in front of the spotlight when she was a little girl in the Sheepshead Bay area of Brooklyn. Actually, the closest she got to show business as a youngster was the fact that her grandfather, ran the project. Oh no, I'm sorry, because there was a hyphen. Her grandfather ran the projector. They broke up the word. Remember, they used to do that in magazines. At the RKO Albee Movie Theater in downtown Brooklyn. How fun is that? Did she get to see movies for free? I haven't pre-read this. She would go with him to the theater, watch the movies, probably for free, in the projector room. I didn't even know that. And dream about being up there in front of the cameras. All right, but did she say anything about John? So let's see. I don't know if she said anything about John in this article. I'm gonna go right to the end here. Romantically, Aries people can be difficult to get close to. Well, she really would have been very easy to get close to John Travolta. He pushed back on that one. So right now, Donna Pescow, like the determined, ambitious Aries she is all business. She is all business, kids. All business, that Donna Pescow. Now we gotta go backwards, okay, to see who May is. May of 1980, and remember him? Richard Hatch. Can you see Richard? It says Richard Hatch, and then there's Richard. I hope you can see his pretty little face there. Richard Hatch. Now, can we, is this about him? Because it goes to page 22. Oh my gosh, and then it skips around to somebody else who I'm not gonna say yet. Oh my God, they are all over the place in this magazine. How did we read these things? But we had the time to figure out what page to go to. I don't know. All right, so Taurus, in accordance with its symbol of the bull, is one of the strongest astrological signs. They are strong, determined, and oftentimes stubborn. I'm a Taurus. So the next page is actually Donna Pescow, but we're going over to page 22, and there's another person in between. Sticking with things when others have already abandoned ship. So Richard Hatch is not an abandoner, he's a stayer. So it was that when Richard Hatch left Harbor College in San Pedro, California in 1967 to join a Los Angeles repertory company, he was prepared to make it as an actor no matter what, that Richard Hatch. What else? By June of 1972, Richard was back in California. The Waltons, I loved the Waltons. I don't know what. John Boy! Good night, John Boy! I loved that flippin' show. Hawaii Five-0, I watched that too. Cannon and Barnaby Jones. Barnaby Jones, jeez. The biggest break came for Richard when he replaced Michael Douglas as Dan Robbins on The Streets of San Francisco. That too was a big undertaking for this strong-willed young actor. Strong-willed. Gosh, how they wrote, right? Funny. He is a talented boy with one of the worst possible jobs an actor can have, and he really got the girls interested. Yep, look at that. Look at that face. That is just a face that would get the girls interested. And honestly, I'm hoping you can see this photo of him holding a fireman hat. I mean, like, if that is not grabbing the girls' interest, I don't know what to tell you. So this just came apart, and I apologize, Michelle. She's not gonna take the magazine back. She throws everything away. I cannot even imagine what she has probably thrown away from the 70s and the 80s. I would have a heart attack. So now we actually have to flip back. So we're going to Donna Pescow over here. And here is the next person we're talking about. And he is from June of 1980. So now I have to show you him first. And this is so funny. This is so not fun. I mean, I love him, right? Always loved him. But Barry Manilow is June. Barry Manilow is June of 1980 there. There he is, smiling away. I can't, no, what was that song? Like, I can't smile without her. Anyway, at the Copacabana, Mandy, you came and you gave that ticket. I love, God, Barry Manilow. Love that guy. Anyway, oh, so wait, I gotta go back to the calendar and see what it says. So at the bottom it says, born on June 17th, Barry Manilow is a perfect example of the twins sign, Gemini. From a negative perspective, this sign is said to be two-faced, but now we'll go back 2 pages. Barry is an example of the positive aspect of Gemini, embodying dual but not necessarily conflicting personality traits. For one, Barry has often described himself as a shy individual who doesn't feel all that comfortable at parties where there are large groups of people. Stop it. I mean, like, he created the conga line, Copacabana. How could you not? I mean, I could see him getting up at a party. Like, come on, everyone. I'll sit at the piano. I'll start the line and I'll finish the song. I could see Barry doing that. Now, Barry was born in the Williamsburg section of Brooklyn. Everybody was born in Brooklyn, it seems like. In 1946, it was obvious right from the start, right from the get-go, that Barry's life would be controlled by his real fever to play and write music. Tense. These are intense words. Edna Manilow Murphy says, when he was 2 years old, I saw talent in Barry. We had the radio on all the time. He used to dance in his little diapers. I can't make that up. He used to dance in his little diapers. Well, if they were big diapers, that would look silly. And later his mom bought him a piano. So look at this cute Barry Manilow man. Barry Manilow. And he's still out there kicking it. Barry Manilow. Love you, man. Love you, Manilow. Barry the man Manilow. Anyway, so we're going to July. And again, this magazine's coming apart, but we're gonna go to July and pull out James Vincent McNichol. James Vincent McNichol. Christy's brother. Christy McNichol's brother. Gosh damn, they were like the 70s, early 80s duo there. And we're gonna, we got a lot going on in July on Paula and Michelle's calendar. A lot of dance classes. We're seeing a lot of dance classes, 9 to 10, all through the month of July. On Wednesdays, they went from 9 to noon. That's a lot of dancing. They had a doctor's appointment. Anyway, all right, so Jimmy McNichol, we called him. Jimmy. It was always Jimmy. Rough and ready. These writers were great. Able to take on any challenge. That's the way many Cancerians, I have never heard that term before, a Cancerian, present themselves to the world. But like the symbol for the, now I have to go to page 28. Oh, and there, look at her. Okay. Often contradictory sign, the crab. It's a contradictory crab. Cancerians sometimes present that super strong image as a decoy because they're extremely soft and vulnerable, tending to be highly romantic inside. Highly romantic inside. So does that mean he wasn't romantic outside? Just inside, Jimmy McNichol was romantic. Now, what was he, like 11 here? How could you be romantic at 11? How old was this kid? Oh, all right. So right here, it says at 18. So he was 18. I don't think an 18-year-old was really romantic. I mean, some guys were older than they presented. 18, you're not romantic. I'm sorry. But at 18, Jimmy has come a long way from the pudgy-faced little boy who did Band-Aid commercials. You can't make this stuff up. Like, this is great. He has a string of professional credits that would do justice to a veteran actor. Daytime series Run, Joe, Run! And Shazam were among them. Are among them. I'm saying were because it was way back when. As are SWAT and Gunsmoke. He did 4 episodes of Little House on the Prairie and Stranded, a pilot for Universal. I have no idea about Stranded. Great. It's a sure bet that the lucky girl who wins Jimmy's heart will enjoy beautiful times with him because Jimmy, again, true to his astrological sign, is a real romantic, a sucker for cracking fires and Linda Ronstadt music. And who is the next on the calendar? We have to go to August. And believe it or not, it's Linda Ronstadt. It's Linda Ronstadt. So there was some planning going on there. What good timing is that? Now let's go to, we gotta go back. All right, so Linda Ronstadt. So we're going back 2 pages now to get her information. Now, I gotta read her calendar thing. Why do I keep forgetting to do that? I don't know. There are 2 sides to the Leo personality. They can be as fierce and dominant as the MGM lion. Like, talk about going back here. Or they can be as sweet and vulnerable as a, continued on page 29, I'm going back 2 pages, newborn kitten. So you can't. One of the first women to make it in the tough world of rock music. Linda had to have a great deal of strength and endurance to survive. I know, she explains. When I'm on the road for a long time, I adopt attitudes, real rock and roll attitudes. I come back home talking like a trucker. It keeps my music alive, but the physical beating is awful. Whoa, that's intense right there, Linda. Gosh, love Linda. Love me some Linda Ronstadt. That's another artist. I could just sit and listen to her for hours, as I have done many, many times. The only thing that gives you equal status is your musicianship. Period! Exclamation point. Close quotations. But Linda obviously is just a cool, caring person, so Linda Ronstadt. Love. Oh, I gotta show you these pictures. Pretty lady, right? Linda Ronstadt. Gorgeous. Love her. Love her. So I'll read Christie's September quote here. Virgos are the organizers of the universe. They have a facility with detail and tend to approach every task with an eye to perfection. And Christy McNichol continued on page 30. Again, we have to go backwards. Why did they make us go backwards? I don't know. Who will be 17 on September 9th is no exception to her highly ordered astrological sign. Well, I am, italicized, a perfectionist, admits Christy, who has been working as an actress since the age of 7 when she started doing commercials. Christy didn't talk back when her mom laid down the rule that she couldn't be able to solo date until she was 18. Solo dating. That's a term I haven't heard before. I'm too young for that kind of thing, but you know things were going on. Cause look at the Brady Bunch. I mean, there was Greg and Mrs. Brady. There was all kinds of stuff happening. Was that really a thing with Greg, Florence? I don't know if I buy into that whole thing. I don't know, but there's Christy, and there she is on the other side of the magazine pages. So they did, really, these were fun though. This is just fun times. Oh, and in September, on September 3rd was the first day of school for these girls. Me too, because we all went to the same school together. Oh my, October. Is this picture gone? I'm gonna lose my mind. Nope, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, October is still here. Is he? Wait a minute, I'm gonna lose my mind. We better have October. All right, October is, continue on page 43. Let's make sure. Oh, they took October. All right, well, I'm sorry. So the October picture is gone. All right, so continue on page 38. All right, so the October picture is gone. They took the October photo, but it's okay because November's here, and that's a good one. But October is supposed to be Greg Evigan. Greg Evigan, you guys remember him? Oh my goodness. So let's talk about Greg for a second. Librans are aggressive in their approach to life, never ones to sit back and let the world pass them by. They forge ahead, setting high goals, back it up to page 38 for themselves. In a very real sense, they reach for the stars, which may be why Greg Evigan, as a youngster growing up in New Jersey, wanted to be an astronaut. He wanted to be an astronaut. That's so cute. Can you imagine him in space? Wow. From those early aspirations, Greg modified his goals a bit. He sure did. With 2 musically inclined parents, Greg quickly turned his talents to music, learning to play a total of 8 instruments. It's a lot of blowing. All told, he's composed more than 300 songs! Exclamation point. Greg Evigan, who knew? Where is Greg Evigan now? I just gotta look him up for one quick second. Greg Evigan. Greg Evigan. There he is, American film actor. Oh, he's 66 years old. He's got a birthday coming up, October 14th, so if you want to send him a card. All right, so what is he doing now? He's still around, and he's still around. For he's a young man who isn't concerned with the transitory rewards of instant stardom, but rather with earning a reputation as a talented and reliable young actor. That's very prophetic. One choice Greg made, though, after carefully examining both sides of the situation, was to stop smoking. It's a bad habit, he says. The best thing is to not even start. Now that is, Greg Evigan should really, was he ever part of a non-smoking or no-smoking campaign? If not, gosh dang it, you should pick him up and get Greg Evigan on television again. Now let's go to November though. November, and I did look ahead to December, but November is, guys, Leif Garrett. Leif Garrett. Where's his name? Is it over there or is it over there? I don't know, but look at this boy. I loved Leif Garrett. So I had posters of Leif Garrett and Sean Cassidy all over my walls in my room at one point. Before the Boy George posters went up, I had Garrett, Sean Cassidy, and I had some of Parker Stevenson because, you know, Sean and Parker were the Hardy Boys. So there were a lot of really good pictures with Sean and Parker together. So I had to put Parker on there as well. But it was Leif, Sean, and semi-Parker. Let's talk about Leif from November of 1980. Scorpios are the most dedicated people of the zodiac. Their fierce determination can sometimes be misinterpreted, for they have an inner what? We're going to page 36. Now we're going past Greg Evigan. So I just talked about Greg, but now we're going prior to Greg to page, why did they, God, this is so confusing. You needed a degree to read this magazine. Force driving them that is difficult for some people to understand. Having started in show business at the age of 5, that's young. Leif is the perfect example of what dedication and achievement Scorpios are capable of. He was capable of a lot. My mom was a costume designer then, and she said, let's try acting. I did it because it was fun and also because we needed to. I sort of committed myself to it at about 10. So there was a 5-year span that he wasn't committed, obviously. He was 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and then he figured it all out when he was 10. I mean, hello. Talk about pressure. Anyway, Leif will turn 19 on November 8th of this year. Not this year, 2020, 1980. And with that maturity comes renewed dedication to his career. Turning the corner on adolescence. God, he was so cute. He was a cute adolescent, don't you think? Leif wants to expand professionally. His TV special with Brooke Shields and Marie Osmond. Stop it. Oh my gosh, what was the movie? Oh my God, Blue Lagoon, but it wasn't Leif Garrett. But didn't everybody think that kid was Leif Garrett with Brooke Shields? They did, because they made, what was his name? Christopher something. I gotta look it up. This is so ridiculous. I should know these things and I don't off the top of my head. I am not Rosie O'Donnell. Because I know stuff, but I don't know stuff like that. Some people just know every flippin' detail when somebody breathes, or Christopher Atkins. That's who it was, Christopher Atkins. But let's get back to Leif for a second, shall we? He did a show with Brooke Shields and Marie Osmond. Witty, mature, and multi-talented, and that is just the beginning. I still have to grow as an actor, singer, as just everything. And you know what? No matter what, still love Leif Garrett. Boy, did he bring me happiness as a teenage girl. Yes, he did. Oh yeah, Leif Garrett. And look at those pants. Look at those. I'm sorry. Boy, it was hot. Now we go on to December, and kids, when I tell you, I literally think I wore out the Saturday Night Fever album. I literally do, because they deserve to be December of 1980, the Bee Gees. Oh yes, the Bee Gees. Can you just see this product of loveliness here? The flipping Bee Gees. This year is the big one for Robin and Maurice Gibb, for on December 22nd, 2 of the famous trio will hit 30. But that shouldn't detract them from there. Let's go back to page 46. I'm not gonna complain. Oh no, we can't go back to page 46. Where's page 46? I will lose my stuff. Oh no, here it is. Well, we can't go, we're going forward to page 46, so they did that correctly. Popularity with their younger fans, as long as the brothers Gibb keep turning out monster hit after monster hit. It is so true, they did. And as long as they stay just as cute as they are. These were the days, man. You just said how you felt. Can't do that anymore. Robin is older than Maurice by half an hour. That's so cute. I will say that's cute. For that's just the amount of time by which Robin preceded Maurice into the world in the little town of Douglas on the Isle of Man, a small island in the Irish Sea between England and Ireland. How romantical. Like, I didn't know that about the Bee Gees. That's where they came from, but it just all makes sense now. Oh, let's go here. Let's go to this paragraph. The way Robin asserted his independence was in being the last Gibb family holdout to uproot himself from England and relocate in Florida, even though the tax structure in Great Britain was so high. As a teenager reading this, I would have no idea why they would be talking about the tax structure and the Bee Gees. I literally would probably just glaze over it, as I'm doing right this moment. We're talking about finances here. I literally saved up enough money to buy Teen Beat and Tiger Beat magazines, and also I used to go and purchase, I think they went up to like 90 cents, and I was upset. I had to go steal money for my brother's coin jar. Now, we have a coin shortage right now in this country, but then there was no shortage of coins in my brother's coin jar. And I used to try to, like, I would take the money to get my magazines, and then I would like fix the coins so it looked like I didn't ruffle through them, because you know sometimes you go through a lot of coins and you could leave a little dent there, but I smoothed them out. And he told me not too long ago he knew I was stealing his coins, and that's upsetting because I thought I did a good job fixing them after I took them, but he knew. Apparently he knew. I don't know how he would know. He had a lot of coins in that Maxwell House coffee can, so that's like, you know your coins if you know they've been taken. Why did they just talk about Robin and Maurice Gibb? Why did they talk about Barry? I want to talk about Barry. They're not talking about, they just talked to Robin and Maurice, who are unfortunately no longer with us, but it was a great time. Their jaunt into acting into Sergeant Pepper, remember that? Was a perfect example of their professional adventurousness. That's another group riding the crest of success might have been afraid to tamper with their formula for the fear of failure, but nope, the Gibb Brothers, nope, they were not Bee Gees. Can you see that Bee Gees thing? Not fearless. And they gave us, like they said, whoever wrote that in Teen Beat, hit after hit after hit. And this was fun. I thought this was fun. I did not pre-read the magazine. We just, again, off the cuff here, and we got some fun stuff coming up. If you like going back, check out one of these 2 videos coming up next. And don't forget, guys, always remember to keep rocking.